Hey guys, it's EMS Too Lazy here, and today I'm gonna make a video about the discussion slash opinion slash what is Zero about. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is mostly what I think about Zero, the fun, rating, funding, and my opinion on it, so overpoweredness and how to play. So let's get started on the facts and funding part. The funding part about Zero is mostly you get a massive head start with the weapon point system, so you can use potential on your weapon. My potential is not good enough yet, and I need to reset it, but I'll do that later. And you can also add 3 bonus stats, which saves money for flames and cubes. Also, you have the potential doubled, so it's 20% attack and 14% strength, if I am right, on your weapon. So you have 2 weapons, basically. Also, Zero has the slight advantage of having a great percent rate. So if I go to things like the skill I think has the best percent rate, advanced rolling cross, grand rolling cross, 760% and 6 attacks. Max enemies hit 8. Her 800%, 6 attacks, max enemies hit 8. It's a great percentage compared to your range. Now, do I think Zero is extremely overpowered because of the easy way to fund and the high percentage rate? Not really. First of all, you guys might not agree about this, but Zero doesn't contain the best buffs. This is my range with the little pet effect, and we have a Nightwalker attack here. But with the pet effect, and if I buff it with red aura, which I normally do not use, but blue aura, I'll do red now to make it high as possible. Ryan's Blessing, let me remove decent sharp eyes. The focus time, which is 4% magic attack and weapon attack. And that's my revive, which is really good. But this is all you're gonna bring it up, so this gives about a extra. It has 50k. So the R class like Xenon, Demon Avenger has pretty good buffs in my opinion, or Luminous that have way stronger buffs than Zero. So if you look at range in specific, it's good that they have a high percentage. The second reason why I do not think Zero is extremely OP is because you have cooldowns on every single one of your skills, making you unable to spam one skill. So if you have one extremely overpowered skill, you cannot constantly use it. As you can see with you may not use the skill yet annotation right here. You cannot use it yet, making it a bit less useful at certain moments. Also, if you try and use a skill that you cannot use yet, you will not do an attack, making you attack slower, aka doing a boss slash grinding less efficient. That's a slight downside, but the foresight is the tagging system, making you a stronger again, because you can use 2 skills at the same time for 3 seconds, which is really nice. Also, an advantage of Zero is the really easy way to get critical rate. So if I wait for this to go away for a second, my it lasts 10 seconds. The highest critical rate, the critical rate I have now is, go away. Thank you. 75%. Every attack I do gives 3% crit rates until a total of 30%, which is pretty nice. And Beta's attack like this gives 10% total damage, buffing your range actually. So that improves it too. So the other stuff you have is a couple of attacks, which I'll show later. So the extra attacks, they actually allow you, like, I'll say insert, it's this one, this attack. It's pretty damn good because it gives 25% extra damage to enemy mobs, giving you a pretty good bossing potential at certain moments. The last part where I will say at Zero excels at is probably sustain, because Rewind is pretty damn good. It's really good. Honestly, it is very good. So, do I think Zero is extremely OP? No. Do I think it's underpowered? No. Do I think it's very balanced? It's a bit above that, but I do not think it's extremely overpowered. In my opinion, some people think, and it's fine for you to think that, but I do not think about it being extremely overpowered. Next thing is fun to play. So that's just my opinion, and Zero is obviously my main. So, fun to play. Yes, I have experienced a lot of other classes, but the reason I'm sticking with Zero is probably because of its unique mechanics. It's not the hardest class to fund. It is not the easiest, but it's not the hardest. Like, funding a Mihal, or, well, who funds a Mihal? But funding another character is a bit harder, maybe. And it's a warrior. Warrior items are a slight bit more expensive in EMS, but still, funding is too difficult in its extreme measures. Also, it's pretty damn fun how you can use your hyper twice, and how your hyper looks, because I think it looks amazing. Let's all enjoy it for a second. It's amazing, in my opinion. Also, the dynamic combat, so you cannot use one skill all the time. You're not gonna hold shift. Maybe I miss while grinding sometimes. I miss holding shift, yes, but overall I prefer not to. Well, you can also equip items that give you enough cooldown reduction to infinitely spam your skills, but that is very late game and only applies to probably none of the Zeros, or maybe one or two. So the last thing that I am going to over to is rank fun. I'll give a Zero a 9 out of 10, because it lacks a little bit, but mostly is the best class. And the last thing I am going to go over, a little Skype past there, but the last thing I'm going to go over is when you should play this class. So you should play this class if you like to use a lot of diverge skills, like to have a male and a female character, like to be a massive tank at certain moments, because Rewind, do not enjoy buffing, and do enjoy mobility a lot. Also, you probably will not enjoy the class if you like to buff, or do not like spamming the same button a lot. Well, do like spamming the same button, but do not like using a lot of different skills while grinding, or do not like a quest line from level 100 to 180, which is also an issue with most Zeros. But you can buy a 2x quest coupon, making it extremely easy. But mostly, I think Zero is definitely worth playing. I'll give the total class a 8.5 out of 10. And it's definitely going to keep being my main for a long time. So that's my opinion on Zero being overpowered, because I see a lot of people walking up to me telling Zero is extremely overpowered, trying it out and quitting it once they hit 180, 120 or something like that, because they just gave up on the class. So that's my opinion on it. There are like other Zeros, or maybe even pros that think totally different. You can have your opinion, it's great, but that's my opinion. So I'll see you guys all later on another video, and maybe on the Zero tips series. Goodbye.